Hey, everybody. Good to see you all. Thank you for hopping on this evening for a quick call. Our goal is to do like a 30-minute call and just give you so much education and tips. We could learn about Young Living products and the way God designed our body for years and still not cover it all. It's so fascinating, and I'm glad that you all share our same fascination with learning about the body and these products that God made. So tonight, even if we don't want to consider it, we are getting really close to winter. Boo, we switched out all of our clothes today. So it's time to start thinking about winter wellness, which, who are we kidding? Wellness has been on the mind of everyone in 2020, not just as we head into winter, but especially as we head into this season. So you're gonna learn a ton of really helpful tips tonight from a lot of expert oilers about different Young Living products and ways that you can stay well. That has been our story as a family the past 6 years, that these products have kept us more well than ever before. It's been priceless for our family. Take notes. So hopefully you have a notepad. This is being recorded and will be posted on our Believe Team YouTube channel. I hope you check that out because, hey guys, I'm on a call. Sorry. Hopefully you check out the Believe Team YouTube channel. It has lots of really good things on there, and you can share the links with others as well. Okay, let's get started. So the first question that comes up when we start talking about wellness is why Young Living? There are a million, it seems like, wellness companies that are out there. So why should you or I take the time, the effort to purchase online from Young Living? And the answer is very simple. It's because the quality of the Young Living products is truly second to none. They have what's called a seed to seal guarantee, which means they own, oversee, they operate the entire process of creating all their essential oils, all of their products, and they test it rigorously. If anything is off in even a minuscule way, they pitch it. So sometimes essential oils go out of stock, and it's really frustrating for us, but it's because they're following seed to seal. And maybe they got a batch of oils and it just didn't test right. And so they're not going to risk putting it out there, even though they might lose money. I've seen it several times over the past 6 years. I've been to their farms. I've gotten to see seed to seal in action, put my hands in the dirt. I have witnessed that they don't use chemicals or any type of pesticides on their farms. It is the highest quality. So for myself and my family, I don't trust any other company when it comes to our essential oils, our CBD, our nutritionals. And now I've really switched to our personal care products as well. And I think you'll see why as we go throughout this. So Young Living really is one of a kind, and it's not apples to apples when you're going to compare it to other products that you'll see at a health food store or on the shelf at a local store. Okay, Ashley is hopefully going to hop on in a little bit to share with us about really the foundational oil for winter wellness, which is Thieves. So we'll hold off for just a little bit on that one. And Jeannie, would you mind going ahead and sharing with us about Ningxia Red and Super C and vitamin D? And you will need to unmute yourself to do that.
Got it.
Awesome.
Okay, Ningxia Red first, because I may lose my tablet screen because I got notes. Ningxia Red, this is it. Everybody got it? Everybody knows what Ningxia Red is. Got to drink it every day. My Ningxia Red story. Right after I started using Young Living oils, I developed a blood blister on the index toe on my left foot. And I had blood in my sock when I took my socks and shoes off at night. So next day I immediately made an appointment with my podiatrist to have it checked out. Went to the podiatrist. He treated it. Told me to come back in a week. I went back in a week, and he looked at me and he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "You are not healing like a diabetic person should be healing. You're healing like a normal person should be healing." And I said, "Well, I don't know, doc. The only thing I'm doing different is I'm drinking my Ningxia Red." He said, Nixia Red, what in the world is that? And I tried my best to tell him in my limited knowledge at the time. And he said, well, I don't know what you're doing, but you keep doing it because it's working. So why does Nixia Red do that? Well, because it contains the wolfberry, which is the highest antioxidant of anything you can put in your mouth. 1 ounce of Nixia Red has the antioxidant power of 4 pounds of carrots and 2 quarts of carrot juice and 8 oranges and 1 pint of orange juice and 2 pounds of beets and 2 cups of beet juice and 3 cups of raspberries and 2 cups of blueberries. Now that's a lot of antioxidant stuff. And what does that do for you? Oh dear, I lost my picture. It supports the immune system, gives you energy and strength, may combat premature aging, has gut protection. This came from Jane Casey. Helps manage weight, may lower blood pressure, healthy vision support, may improve quality and duration of sleep, reduces menopausal symptoms, maintain healthy cholesterol levels, supports healthy liver, supports normal kidney functions, supports digestion, supports body's ability to deal with anxiety and stress, and also helps lower blood sugar. It's anecdotal. I don't have a reference for it, but I have been told that there have been people who have used Nixia Red to support their recovery from cancer. Okay, that's that. Now, what I'm going to tell you next, you can Google, because that's what I did. I wanted to get the benefits of vitamin C and vitamin D. Now, I know about our vitamin C, Super C, and Super C chewables. I prefer the chewables, but if I want to double up, I take the Super C. And Super Vitamin D. I love this stuff. I could eat this like candy. In fact, I would like to sometimes. It tastes so good. Why do we need super vitamin C and vitamin D? Well, you've been told all your life about vitamin C. Vitamin C supports bone health, good circulation, heart health, brain health, helps absorb calcium and iron, to name a few things. I didn't write it all down, but a bunch of things. Google it, benefits of vitamin C. Vitamin D acts as an anti-inflammatory, may reduce risk of cancer, supports heart health, helps reduce depression, assists absorption. That's why you want to get out in the sunshine when you're depressed, because of vitamin D. Assists in absorption of calcium for bone health, aids in lowering blood sugar, lowers chances of catching a cold. This time of year, you want your vitamin D. Supports memory. It's good support during pregnancy. Lowers cholesterol, and you live longer. Why Young Living? Because Young Living supplements have been formulated in such a way that I have extreme high bioavailability. That means your body can absorb the stuff better than just normal off-the-counter stuff. You can go to the grocery store and buy that stuff. You don't want to. You want to get it from Young Living because your body can use it better. Any questions? Try to limit it to 2 to 3 minutes. I don't know how I did.
Wow. That was power packed right there, Jeannie. Nice job on all of that. Really good. I love your story about the Nixia Red. And you all have heard me say that if you have a pulse, I believe you need to be drinking Nixia Red. The Nixia Red and the Thieves Oil is why my family has stayed so well over the years. It really does build up our immune system from the inside out. And I'm really glad that you covered Super C and vitamin D. Those are must-haves as we head into winter wellness season. Thank you, Jeannie.
You're welcome.
Such a pro. I'm going to hand it over to Suzanne Berry right now, and she's going to cover some cough drops that are kind of fun, and then a DIY roller.
Okay, can you hear me? All right, great. All right, I'm going to talk about the cough drops first. This is a little cough drop. Let me tell you what's in them. Cinnamon bark, clove oil, eucalyptus, radiata, let's see, lemon oil, peppermint, rosemary, and it has stevia leaf extract. Now, you know those other cough drops, how they make your mouth kind of bleh. It's just awful. These open up your sinuses. They soothe your throat. It's just very soothing cough drop. So, and it's great for controlling a cough. Thankfully, I haven't had to use them for any of those things, but I like them just as a mint too. So that's the cough drops. Now, my DIY roller. I don't leave home without this jewel. This is a blend of thieves, lemon, and frankincense, those 3 oils. And then if I want to get really tough, I'll add some copiaba. This is a driver oil, and so it makes things just go a little bit deeper. And I will reuse, say for instance, this bottle. Since it already has, the blend already has frankincense in it, why, I'll just reuse the frankincense bottle. And I would take off this orifice here, and you just kind of clip it on the edge of that lip. And I'm going to put, because this is 5 milliliter, I'm going to put 5 drops of lemon, 5 drops of thieves, and 5 drops of frankincense. If you would have like one of these little brown bottles that you can get, these are 10 ml, just double your recipe. Sometimes this time of season, I could put 8 or 10 in there anyway. So, and then you top it off with the carrier oil. The copiaba, I would probably add 3 or 4 drops of that to that also. And Young Living has these nice little AromaGlide filaments. So you take those. Sorry, I should have had it out. Here it is. So you have this little filament here, and you just pop it on there. And you have to screw this lid on there so it seats in there really good. And you've got your immunity roller. Now, I'm real cheap when it comes to identifying what my products are. So I have this little label, real easy. Just write it on there, immunity roller. As you can see, this is mine, and I scotch tape it on there. I don't leave home without this. I roll it under my chin line here, and I've done this 4 times today. I was at this elementary school today, wearing a mask all day, and every time kids were gone outside, back on it went. And there's some lymph nodes under here, and those really fight disease and sickness. So that's why I choose to put it on right there. And then also I have the benefit with wearing that mask, I can smell that good thieves coming up through there. So that's my hack. My carrier oil is coconut oil. Also Young Living has a V6. So this coconut oil came from Sunshine House, but you can get it on Amazon, any of those places like that. Thank you.
Awesome, Suzanne. Thank you. Also, if you've got kiddos, yeah, Jeannie, I'll come to you in just a second. If you've got kiddos, you can take that roller and just real easily rub it on the bottoms of their feet. Actually, adults too, before bed and throughout the day on the bottoms of their feet, along the spine. Any way that you can get it on them is good. And then one other thing about the cough drops, I don't know if y'all have ever tried this or not. I agree with you, Suzanne. Sometimes I just want them as mints. They're pretty fantastic. But I will sometimes open them up and put them in a hot tea. And then the cough drop dissolves in the hot tea, and you're getting like a double whammy of soothingness as you're drinking that tea. So it's pretty phenomenal. Yes, Jeannie wanted to add something. And there you go.
I would not have been at church Sunday had I not had thieves cough drops. When I went to bed Saturday night, I was coughing. And I thought, okay, COVID, because that's what everybody thinks. So I thought, I can't go to church and cough on people. So I went to bed with a cough drop in my mouth. I first tried the thieves lozenge, and that didn't stop the cough. So then I got up and got a cough drop. Put that in my mouth, went to sleep with the cough drop in my mouth. It's fine. I didn't choke on it. Stuck it in my cheek, and got up Sunday morning, no cough, so I could go to church. Testimony.
Good stuff. I love your real life examples, Jeannie. Okay, we're going to Ashley is next, and she's going to talk to us about the Thieves Oil and a newer product, the Thieves Chest Rub.
I'm so excited. I love the Thieves Chest Rub. You guys like my welcome to our class. We homeschool, so this is the background that you frequently see when I do Zooms because all of our walls are covered in school stuff. Okay, so this is the new Thieves Chest Rub. Absolutely love it so much. So before this, if you had asked us what kind of product we used the most during this kind of winter season, I would have said RC. It's still a number one go-to for us. We absolutely love it. Put it on our chest and things like that. But then Young Living came out with a Thieves Chest Rub, which first of all smells amazing, absolutely amazing. And then it's really easy for application once you know how to apply it correctly, because I was trying to squeeze it out of the bottle into my hand and rub it, and it's got these teeny tiny, so that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to take it and apply it directly on like this and just use the end of it. It smells amazing. I used it on my husband like 2 nights in a row, and he felt so much better afterwards. So this thing is awesome. I definitely will not go any winter season without this at all. And then our other oil is the Thieves Oil. And like Suzanne mentioned, we put it in roller bottles. We are really big fans of making Thieves tea in our house. Anytime my 4-year-old's throat does not feel good, he'll come in and say, I need Thieves tea. And we do 2 big tablespoons of local raw honey. And we do 1 drop of Thieves. You can do, 2 drops or so. For my kids, we do 1 because it is pretty strong. And we do 2 drops of lemon, and then pour the hot water over it, let it all melt and mix in together, and it tastes amazing. I did write down the Thieves cough drop idea because I have never put a cough drop inside the tea. So that is awesome. I'll have to do that. So even I learned things. Anyway, we also diffuse this with lemon probably the most throughout the winter, just because it really helps to keep your germs in the air at bay. So again, we diffuse it a lot. We use the chest rub, and yeah, I mean they're 2 of our for sure 2 of our number 1 oils that we use and products that we use during the winter season. So
Absolutely. Love it. We're a believer too. Ashley, do you happen to have Inner Defense with you? I forgot to mention that one. Will you talk to us about that?
I will. Okay, so this is the other product, Inner Defense. This is actually the first supplement that I started taking. Like most of you, I started with oils and was pretty consistent at just diffusing or using oils, like applying them to our body. I didn't do any kind of supplement, but when I started, I used Inner Defense, and that, oh my gosh, I grabbed the empty bottle. Well, I can't show you what it looks like. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but oh my goodness. Anyway, well, there you can see the bottle. Anyway, it says immune system support, and it is formulated with Thieves. So I take this in the morning, and then actually on the bottle, it actually tells you that the best way to use Inner Defense is to take Life 9, which is our probiotic, in the evening time, so 8 hours later. So this is what I started with, and then when I was ready to implement a second supplement, I started the Life 9 probiotic, and this is great. This is really good at strengthening our immune system so that, let's say you feel yourself coming down with something, maybe you take 2 of them or 3 of them. But really, last winter, I didn't catch anything. So I just take it every day. I gave it to my husband and made him take it every day. And I don't think you got sick at all last year, did you? No? And his immune system wasn't the greatest. So he would usually catch, like our kids would give him something every single season. He would be like, great, I'm going to get it. Because anytime they had anything, he seemed to always catch it. He took Enter Defense all through this winter season last year and didn't catch anything. So really during this time with all the stuff that's going on in the world, I think absolutely everybody should be on Enter Defense completely. So we definitely are loading up with that.
Thank you, and I agree 1,000%. Here's what it looks like if you want to see just a little. I got mine. Swallow it down the hatch, and it does wonders for your body. We have a lot of stories about how that's worked as well. Okay, Lynette is going to give us the fun info about some winter wellness diffuser recipes.
And this is a fun one. And yet when I went to put it together today, I'm thinking, oh, I want to do this and I want to show this one. There was just so many. And so what I'm going to do real quick is to just share my screen and show you about 4 different slides that I have that have multiple blends on it. And then you can go back later if you're watching live, go back and see the replay, pause if you want to look at them any more specifically, or if you're watching the replay, you can pause and take a look at any of these that you want. And I'll just highlight a few. Use these as ideas to trigger what you can use with what you have. You might see a recipe and, oh, maybe you don't have one thing in it. Well, either leave it out or substitute it for something else. And you'll find some of your favorite blends probably doing it that way. You'll see some variances in some of the blends, but that's okay too. You can use what you want and what you have available. So if I can do this correctly, here we go. Hopefully you can see that. I thought we would start with a few of the blends that are in the starter kit. Oils that are in the starter kit. One thing that's so wonderful about our diffuser is I know I've gotten rid of all my candles. I used to burn candles all the time, and I use my diffuser instead and just absolutely love it. In the starter kit, you've heard about how wonderful Thieves is. And so, here's a Breathe Easy that is Raven, which is great for congestion too, Thieves, and Peppermint. And you can go through and see different ones that use Thieves. Peppermint is another favorite of mine. It just helps to clear my head, either with my thinking or if my head's a little stuffy, it will help with that. Or my head tends to be a barometer for weather fronts that are coming through. And if I get that uncomfortable feeling, I can use peppermint with that as well. And it's great for digestion also. So I tend to look for some of these that are like that. Another one of my go-tos is for frankincense. And oh my goodness, the benefits of frankincense. If you have not checked that out, be sure to do that. So these with frankincense in it, lavender and frankincense and stress away for some good sleep, but frankincense and peppermint to make you feel really happy. And you can go through and take a look at some of those. The next one, if I do this, whoops, I am not real technical. Oh, I'm sorry, it did. Sorry about that. All right, there's the next one I wanted. For the kids, if you have smaller kids in your home and are wondering what works best for them, here are some. Again, take a look at the Deep Breathe over here with Raven and Lemon and Copaiba. And you already heard a little bit about the benefits of Copaiba. It doesn't have a real strong smell itself, but it helps to enhance the other oils that you put it with. Another one that I really like here for the kids is the Superhero Health down here in this corner with the Thieves and Tangerine. But I've also seen that with orange. Again, you can trade them out, and has the frankincense in there. And for calming and for helping with schoolwork and bedtime and concentration, you can see those there as well. I've also seen one that's 4 drops of Thieves with 3 drops of Purification is one that you can add there. And then this is just such a great time of year to start kicking out a lot of the fall diffuser blends. And sometimes I like them just because they smell so good. And not only do we want to keep our bodies physically healthy, but our emotions as well. And so many of these can just kind of help lift our spirits or give us that warm, cozy feel that we need. And so you'll see a lot of these that have orange and cinnamon and cloves in it. Bergamot, just take a look through there. Ginger, and you get some of those really wonderful smells. One for seasonal changes also that's really good, that was kind of already mentioned in a roller, but it works great in your diffuser, is the lavender and the lemon and the peppermint, and sometimes add rosemary to that as well. And that's great in your diffuser. Another favorite is, as we approach the Christmas time, is start bringing out those oils that have the balsam firs, the pines, and some of those woody smells that are just so wonderful, the evergreen. One of the ones I wanted to highlight down here was the Joy to the World, because it's joy and orange. And oh goodness, several years ago, I was putting together my diffuser for the morning as I was getting ready for the day, and I happened to have Northern Lights Black Spruce, and I really hadn't used that one much at all, and did some reading on it and how grounding that is. And I took that, and I happened to have my bottle of Joy there, and I put those two together, and that has been a favorite all the time. I'll go off and try other things, and I always come back to my Northern Lights Black Spruce with Joy. But here's a chance to try Joy with orange, and another combination. Of course, Christmas Spirit, oh, is just wonderful by itself, but you can see some things here that you can try it with orange and stress away. And that all smells so wonderful too, because we want to keep our emotions supported as well as our physical bodies. Oh, and there's just another real quick one for diffusers for kids. I'll throw that one in just so that you can take a look at that later also. Okay, so there you go. I hope that gives you some ideas. Again, feel free to experiment, trade out some of them for what you have, and let us know what your favorites are.
Thank you, Lynette. That was super fun. Hopefully you took screenshots of the page or wrote down some favorites. And like she said, when this gets posted on our YouTube channel, you can go back and look at it. I can tell you that I frequent Lynette's house very often because she's my kid's piano teacher, and she always has her diffuser going and is trying new things. So she doesn't just talk the talk, she walks it as well. Okay, we're gonna close it out tonight, but before we do, I'm gonna head over to Ashley one more time, and she's gonna tell us the smartest way to get these things and be prepared for winter wellness.
Okay, so how many of you saw some of those recipes and thought, I want to try like 5 or 6 of them, but maybe you only have the starter kit oils? Okay, so I know that when I got started, there were a lot of things I wanted to do, but like ginger, you know, that's not really one people might think to grab. Patchouli, which is a really big favorite in our house. Again, not one that comes in any of our kits. So the easiest way to get those oils is to be on Essential Rewards. So Essential Rewards, which we call it ER, is our monthly wellness box. You customize it every month with product that you need. And then they send it to you. When you sign up, you get special gifts throughout the year. And then every year on the anniversary of when you signed up for ER, you get a special oil. And what's great is when I signed up for Essential Rewards, I would get what I absolutely had to get at first. You know, the staple oils that we could not go without. Lavender, Copaiba, because we use that when all of my kids are teething. Thieves, lemon, you know, those are the things like you absolutely, you can't go without that stuff. Thieves cleaner. So, but we're a large family on a smaller type budget. So I couldn't just go and buy every single oil I wanted. So what I did was I would store up my points. The first few months that you're on ER, you earn 10% back. So if you spend $100, you get $10 back. If you, and then after that, you go to 20%. Between months 4 and month 24, you earn 20% back. So every $100, you get $20 back. And then after that, you earn 25%. And so the way it works is you can store up those points and then use them every few months, and you can stock up on oils that you use a lot of, or you can get those oils that are specific to some of those blends that you wouldn't normally buy yourself. It's not dipping into your budget that you have. If you're somebody that has to stick to a budget, it's not cutting into that at all. You are getting what you need to get every single month. And then Young Living is saying, thank you so much for being loyal and for continuing to, to be faithful to us as a company and help other people and take care of your family. Here's money back. Just get yourself whatever you want. It's truly a great program if you're looking to stock up on oils, try new oils, or switch everything in your house over a slow process. So I would definitely suggest it. If you try it for a few months, I always say try it for 3 months. And then if you don't like it, cancel. It's simple. You can go right in, you can call them, you can go into the chat. It's really easy. They're great about it. But I think that once you try it for a couple of months and then you have those points and you get a box of free things that you wanted that you paid nothing for, because if you spend 100, you get free shipping. So then you can spend your points, get free shipping. There you go. It's just, to me, a win-win.
Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, it really is the smartest way to shop with Young Living. And next month, I'm celebrating 72 months on Essential Rewards. Best decision I've ever made. 6 years on Essential Rewards next month. Okay, well, I hope that you have really enjoyed tonight's class. If you would, real quick, put in the chat something that you learned or a favorite tip. Or a question. We'll allow just a couple minutes for that. And we want you to know that it is possible to make a difference in your wellness. You don't have to be a victim to whatever germs are out there. Obviously, we're all still human. We all still live in this earth. So stuff is going to happen, but it is possible to totally transform your family's wellness with some simple but intentional steps. And Young Living is one of the best opportunities for that. An incredible company. Jenny says she loved the recipes. Yes, absolutely. And I think the Thieves Cough Drop in the tea, that was a fun tip. I love it. Okay, well, thank you all so much. I'll have a link posted in the morning for this specific video on YouTube, so send it to your friends, people who are curious about Young Living, curious about being well, wanting to make a difference in their family's wellness. Use this as a tool for your friends and family, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so, so, so much. Good to see you.
Shannon, can I say one thing?
Yeah.